now talk about our great series, U-Boat. Each chapter is a separate, stand-alone story from a different veteran of the war, mostly from the U-Boot-Waffe. Let's look at Volume 1. More than 250 pages, dozens, hundreds of photographs. Chapter 1, the first boat was U-30, and Georg Hugel, the radio man, tells us they were the first boat into combat, the first one to fire a torpedo, the first one to sink a ship, the Athenia, which was a major accident, and the first boat into a captured French port. Chapter 2, the top submarine commander, I think we know who that is, Otto Kretschmer, who was a member and a good friend. In this chapter, he talks about his early life in the U-Boot-Waffe. And one funny story, he had a trainee on board, Captain Longobardo from the Italian Navy. Neither one of them spoke the other's language, but they both were fluent in English, and they had a British prisoner of war on board who overheard them talking in English. The result is funny. Chapter 3, Sailing Ships to U-Boats in Paradise by Otto Giese. Chapter 4, an old French warship. Chapter 5, Gross Admiral Dönitz talks about the need for improvements in weaponry. Chapter 6, the third most successful skipper, another member and a good friend of mine, Erich Topp, talks about his early days in the war, the sad loss of U-57 by accident, and he explains why he has the two dancing devils on the conning tower. Chapter 7, a hard-drinking U-Boot-Fahrer. That was Otto Dietz. He was a member and a friend and just a fun guy, but he drank an awful lot. He had been on U-180, an incredibly rare U-boat. Only two were made, Type 9D1. And he was the medic, the corpsman on board. So when they cruised to the Indian Ocean with Subhas Chandra Bose on board, he had a lot of time to speak with Bose. Chapter 8, the drum beater. We know who that is, Captain Hardegen. Also was a member and a friend. He talks about Operation Paukenschlag, and he was just absolutely amazed that the lights were on all along the American East Coast when the U-boats came in January. Chapter 9, the Italian submarine Capellini. The skipper tells all about their war patrols. Chapter 10, the gallant Degen, Captain Horst Degen, also a member of Shark Hunters, tells about his time. Chapter 11, USS Bori versus U-405, a duel to the death, unfortunately, which cost both ships the entire German crew and one-third of the American crew. Who won that one? Nobody. Chapter 12, Axel Olaf Lerva, who was also a member of Shark Hunters, tells about U-505 in the early days. Chapter 13, Captain Gallery, the guy in command of the task force that captured 505, tells about that. Chapter 14, a crewman from U-505 tells what it was like. Chapter 15, one of our members talks about the R boats he was serving on from the Caucasus to Gibraltar. Chapter 16, the youngest combat submarine skipper of the war and possibly ever in history, my best friend in Germany, Oberleutnant zur See Hans-Georg Hess, tells what it was like on the 5 war patrols he came back from at a time when German U-boats were not coming back from the very first. Chapter 17 tells about the last voyage of Type 21 U-3030. Chapter 18, What's a Torpedo Between Friends? Hal McCormick was the gunnery officer on board the Liberty ship William Gaston, and he was sunk in the South Atlantic by U-861 under Jürgen Oersten. Both men were members of Shark Hunters, and they met at our convention in Chicago many years ago. Good friends, had a lot of beers together. Chapter 19, Gallantry at Sea by Helmut Schmuckel, commander of U-802. Chapter 20, The U-boats begin to surrender. Chapter 21, An American on board a German U-boat. All this can be read. Just give us a call, area 352-637-2917, and place your order. All our books are $25 each, $9 shipping anywhere in the world, and we guarantee them. You will love your book or send it back for a full refund of your purchase price. So far, out of 55,000 books we've sold, not one single book has come back. That says a lot.